going on, YouTube? Don't really have a whole lot to talk about today. I'm on my way to work right now. I figured I'd strap the camera. Figured I'd strap the camera to my face and do a vlog. That's what my channel's about. I just hadn't felt like doing it much lately. Every time I get ready to go, it's because I had to go somewhere. You know, for instance, like to work. And I'm like, well, don't know what to say on my way to work. Haven't really prepared anything. Man, I do not want to get stuck behind a school bus. But I do see a biker. How's it going, dude? I gotta wave. Two school buses. I wonder if they wave to each other. Yo, I saw a fucking wave. They wave to each other, man. See, school buses are like motorcycles, except school buses have 6 wheels and weigh 20 tons and diesel motors, and they're nothing like motorcycles at all. But yeah, I've just been feeling really like lazy the past couple of days, you know? It's way too hot to be wearing this jacket, but I know I'm gonna need it later tonight when on my way home. It's like 90 degrees. It's like 89, 90 degrees, something like that. It's fucking hot. I finally got around to answering all those questions. I was gonna wait a little bit longer, but you guys fucking blew it up. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and make it now, because if anybody handles any more questions, I'll have to make 2 videos. And that, I don't think anybody wants to see that just yet. I never vlog on my way to work. It's usually because I'm so tired, man. I'm always tired on my way to work. Because I'm a full-time student and also do a lot of working too. So that fucking just kills my energy. Plus heavy lifting too. That is always that's always a pretty big energy killer. And everyone's out riding some more. Fucking Lincoln Continental or whatever, a fucking Lincoln Town Car on 30-inch rims. That's cool. Donk City around here. Holy shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? You know, the angle of the camera is probably going to show that, making it look like she didn't pull out in front of me super far, because I've had a couple of cases where people have pulled out in front of me and it doesn't look like they're that close, but trust me, she's pretty fucking close. Let's see if this Porsche will race. Race? Race? You race? Come on. Come on, let's go. Nah. She waved by to me. I don't think she knew how fast the sport bike was, or she's just messing around. She's an older lady. She's probably about 50. Good looking car. I drive it. Oh man, it's fucking warm. It literally was like yesterday. It was like, oh, okay, like 50 degrees all day, and then now today it's like, oh, 89 degrees. That's fine. Hope you enjoy your fucking sweats, because that's what I'm getting right now. She's behind me. I'm gonna do a wheelie to show, or I gotta make sure there ain't no cops. I hate to do a wheelie and get pulled on my way to work. That would suck. You know, it's fucking weird is that none of the people that I wanted to race in there or anything like that. They never wanted to race me. And they were all guys, right? And then the girl, she fucking starts pulling on me. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. Woman who's up for the challenge, man. Yesterday I raced this STI. It was pretty quick. I mean, I was kind of fucking around with him though. He was fucking belching blue smoke. I don't know if his turbos had I don't know if he was rich or his turbos were messed up or what, but he was blowing blue smoke every time he gave it gas. Which I've seen a lot of STIs do that. I don't know if that's a problem or if that's how they're built. Yeah, I tried to race this guy last night, but not necessarily race. He started pulling on me in his fucking Chevy 1500, right? And I was like, okay, cool, I'll downshift into 5th, because I was in 6th. I meant to downshift into 5th and fucking just wreck this guy. And fucking, it slips neutral. In 5th gear, I was like, what the fuck? I had to shift back down into 4th. And then, you know, of course, I beat him. But it was just really weird. I've never slipped neutral in a high gear. I've slipped neutral in 2nd and 3rd. But it went to straight neutral. Oh, that's the SRT Jeep. Come on, man. It's cool. Man, those things are awesome. Dude, we gotta race. Oh, please. Please, 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 please. I wanna race. I wanna race this thing. Oh, that'd be so cool. Those things are like wicked fast for Jeeps. Oh well, he's not gonna have time to catch up to me. I'm too far gone already. That shit would be cool though. It's hard to tell when someone wants to race you because they're like okay, and then they'll kind of like start going, and then you'll start going, but then they'll stop because they thought you're gonna stop. It's crazy, man. I'd love to have one of those Jeep SRT8s, but like they're super expensive. I can't even touch one as far as price goes. I think they're starting around 40 and get up to 60 for the new ones, and that's way out of my price range. I'm looking at like $20,000 to $25,000 cars. I'd like a Chrysler 300 SRT8. That'd be cool. Pretty luxury car. I don't like the old ones, like the 2010s and up are the good-looking ones, or the 2012s and up are good-looking. But before that, it's like they tried to make them look like Phantoms, and they look like shit. See, that's the benefits of having a motorcycle right there. I mean, it's probably not safe, and it's certainly illegal, I'm sure. But traffic really isn't that hard of a conquer. You can kind of do whatever you want. Plus, you know, you're riding on a lot of power. I think the F4I's stock make about 110 horsepower. It's an inline 4, about 108, 109, maybe 110. And this one's got a little bit of juice to it. Let's see if this fucking Beamer will race me. Want to race? Let's race, come on. No. He's an older guy too. There's actually another really good turn on this island. I know I talked about it in one of my other videos, how I was saying that there's only like one really good turn to get close to Dragon Knee, which I've never done. There's actually two good turns. There's this roundabout up here. It's not even really a roundabout. It's like a weird triangle roundabout where you can turn around. I'm gonna try to get a little deep with it. I'm hitting about 60 miles an hour, which is faster than I'd like to go, but let's try. Deep with it, man. That was pretty deep. I mean, I'd say I was like a foot, maybe a full foot or two from my knee touching the ground. But you gotta be careful though, because cars will pull out in front of you right there. I've had it happen to me before, and I've had to switch lanes while in mid-turn, which is fucking terrifying. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here because I don't want to lead you guys directly to where I work. Just got off of work. This is weird. I've never done a night video before, so we'll see how this goes. I don't know how the camera's gonna pick up the video. It's kind of dark. I'm sure it'll struggle a little bit. Fucking hands hurt, man. I don't know why. My whole right fucking body hurts. Guessing it has something to do with my weird like shoulder issues. Nah, dude, I fucking arm wrestled this guy the other day, and I won. But like, no joke, ever since then, my whole fucking right arm has been in just like this weird ache. I think there's a couple terms for it, like hyperextended, I think. I don't know. Or maybe just aches, because I was reading that arm wrestling is obviously not great for your arm. You're not supposed to do that type of shit. And it puts a lot of stress on your arm, and it can take a little while to recover. And I did arms today, and now my arms hurt even worse. Plus all day at work, you know, my shit was hurting, and it was just like added pressure on added pressure on added pressure, you know. Take tomorrow off completely and not exacerbate myself. Exacerbate, you know. It sounds like masturbate. That's kind of funny. It's a fucking bucket. But Ricky wrecked his bike the other day. He dropped it doing wheelie practice. I think he said he hit some gravel. I think he said his back tire spun out, and he laid it on its right side and completely snapped like his right foot peg. You know, where your brake lever is and everything like that. This guy feels a little close. Yeah, he's a little close. I wish he would not do that. Oh, is he gonna go around me? Really? I'm doing fucking like 80 on the causeway. won this battle. That'll show him I mean business. I showed him the business. The business. I showed him the business end of my motorcycle. I showed him the business. Pass me, motherfucker. I'll pass you. That's how motorcycles work. I don't know. I've always felt like there's something really cocky about someone who passes someone on a motorcycle, especially if the person's going generally quick. I would think the speed limit back there on the bridge is about, I think it's 50. I was doing 70 and the dude fucking passed me. So that takes a lot of audacity. I just find that kind of weird. You know, when someone passes a sports bike and the sports bike's already going quick, I think that takes a lot of audacity for a cager to do that. But that's just me. Maybe if he was in like a Porsche or a fucking, you know, something fast, but he was in like this 86 Cavalier. I don't fucking know what he was driving. One of my new subscribers is talking to me about how he is only here for the wheelies. That's the only reason he watches my videos, is for the wheelies. Which I'm cool with, you know. I mean, that's one of my, I think that's kind of like one of my shticks, I guess, is that I always have a wheelie in a video. Or at least I try to. Eventually, when I get my new fairings, though, for this bike, when I get my new fairings, I'm gonna have to quit wheeling for a little while, because wheeling on this bike's really hard on the fairings, and I want to sell this bike as soon as possible. As soon as my new fairings come in, I'm gonna put them on. I'm probably gonna drive pretty tame as far as wheelies go. Maybe one every now and again, and then I'll sell it and buy a new bike, and then on that new bike, I'm gonna wheelie like no fucking tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll get a CBR 1000. It'll be able to just like wheelie all day. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like this bike. This bike's been great. It's certainly been one of the most reliable bikes I've ever owned. It's never had any problems or anything like that. Even because, I mean, for what I paid for it, it was a steal. And I had my concerns because it had been dropped, you know. You don't know the condition of a bike, and after you drop it, you just kind of have to guess. And I bought this bike in September. I think September with 25,000 miles on it. And it's now March, and it's got 32,500 miles on it. So in that time, I put about 7,000 miles on my bike. I ride this thing a lot, I really do. Well, 6 months. It's been about 6 months, and I put 7,000 miles on it. So that's about 1,000 miles a month, which means that I drive this bike more than I drove my truck. GoPro Hero 3 Silver has been great. It's a little awkward looking, I'll give it that. Maybe the drift would have looked better, but there's something about the GoPro that I really just wanted. There's something that's really cool about a GoPro. And really, I didn't even do my research on drift, because I had my heart set on a GoPro for so long that I didn't even bother really looking into it. I mean, I watched a couple of comparison videos, and the videos that I saw never showed enough And the videos that I saw never showed enough of a difference to sway me either or, except that I already had my heart set on the GoPro, so obviously that's the one I went with. So I'm not saying that the GoPro's better than the drift. As a matter of fact, I'm sure most motovloggers would disagree with me, because I see a lot of motovloggers using the drift ghost or whatever. That's what I see most motovloggers using, and I understand why you would use it. It's compact, it's got cool features, the lens can turn just by twisting it. I mean, that's cool as shit. But I've always had my heart set on a GoPro. You know, I don't know why. It's just, it's always been like a fantasy of mine to have one, and I got one, and I'm really happy. Now I have two. And do I think that I would have been visually happier with the drift? I probably wouldn't have been, just because I wouldn't have known it. Does that make sense? Because, you know, I watch a lot of comparison videos discussing the difference between the GoPro and the drift. And they were all really similar, and I think that's why competitors exist. It's because they want to make a product that's similar, if not better, than their competitors. So they start making all these cool features, and they start changing the prices and stuff like that to compete with each other. But really, GoPro has always been my favorite. So I chose a GoPro because I've always had my heart set on one, not because I think it's any better than the drift. It's just like something that I've always had in my head that I wanted for a long time, and I'm glad I got it. And I have no idea if I would be happy or not without it until I've tried the drift. And, you know, maybe one day when I get a little bit more money, or something like that, I'll have no problem comparing the two. But for right now the GoPro does everything that I want it to do. Sometimes there's a cop that sits right up here at night. I want to do one dark wheelie. It's gonna be small. It's gonna be small too. And there you go. One dark wheelie.
Who do you think you are, John? You were raised in the darkness. I was born in it. It molded me, created my giant throbbing cock. Tell me, Batman, who do you think you are? Oh, no drugs in here, officer. Batman, I've got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with your name on it.
I went Indian.
Hello, Batman. I am Indian. Thank you for coming to 7-Eleven where we serve peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Go off when I enter the building.